Hi, my name's David Odell with Odell Complete Concrete. Today I'm going to show you how to put some ledger stone on the front of your planter walls or house or wherever it might be. So here's on the previous video I showed the process of making your retaining wall with your cap all in one shot. This shows you the removal of the form. I talked about that briefly in the first video, showing the actual pour and setting of the forms. Anyway, this is how I get it out. I ripped it, the long way, because that 2x12 was nice and wedged in there as I anticipated. So instead of a 2x12, I now have a 2x10, and then I have some, 2x2 stake material. So there it is, no rock pockets, very little air holes in it. Came off clean with the Mobil 1 oil I put on the forms. And now I'm getting ready to, I'm adding water in this bucket. So this is the water I'm going to be using to add to my thin set, which is going to stick my stones to the face of the concrete. I have one bag of extra material I had from another job. As you can see there, it's taped up, and that was a fast setting thin set. So I'm gonna add half of that and half of the other, so it doesn't set too fast, but it sets fast enough. So I'm gonna put half of my fast setting, and then I'm gonna put half of just a regular thin set, mix them together, and then I have something in between fast and slow, which is about a medium set pace is what I like. And they don't really make that. I don't know if you've ever tried to buy some, but it never says it's either slow or it's either fast, so I make a medium. Anyway, here's your pre-made corners. I'll put a little mud on the back of them. I just use a margin trowel. I'm going to slap some on the back of these. Brush the dust off of whenever you got a cut like I'm doing here with my old grinder diamond blade wheel. You want to brush off the dust. That way you make sure it's clean and it sticks really good. So I have a little hand brush that I brush off the excess dust before I put the thin set on the back of these. There's the brush. So I've started at my corner, as you can see, and I worked back to the wall. And then those wood stakes I just happened to have, and they came in handy because I'm setting them up off the dirt a little bit there, because when we backfill, it comes up well above the bottom of that stone. So there's no sense in using excess stone going all the way down to who knows how far. That's going to be buried anyway by grass or lawn or whatever. So anyway, I wedged them up with some stakes. I ended up cutting a few of these stakes up. They got a little bit too long and bulky to work with just for typical wedging material. So I cut them up. As you can see here, I kind of cut them, shortened them up, and got more out of them. And they were old and used before anyway, so it didn't matter. So these panels are 6-inch, and there's 4 lines in each one. So I cut them in half because what we're using is one full and then half of another one. So I cut some of these panels right down the middle. Basically, I'm just measuring down from my cantilever. I set that bottom one first and get it wedged, get it level, and get it 6 inches down, because that's how wide these panels are. So I got the bottom one in, then I know that 6-inch one's going to go right on top of it. It's going to fit nice and tight. And even if it doesn't fit nice and tight, I can wedge it up, push it up to the bottom of that cantilever at any time. So as I said, this stuff doesn't dry that fast. So you got time to move it around and work it to wherever you want to put it. This particular stone was called Sierra Blue, and I got this. Actually, the manufacturer that actually brings it into the country is MS International. So you have to be a contractor to buy it there, though. It's the only little downfall. So, but you can get this through your local building supplier. They can get it from MS. If you're not a contractor, you can get it through your local supplier with just a slight markup, of course. But I like to go directly to the source, and that way I don't have to wait for them to get it to go somewhere else and then pick it up. So it saved me a day just going directly to MS International. This porch I don't know if you noticed this, but this particular porch was in another video that we did about a month ago. So now I'm putting the stone underneath it. There was some loose paint underneath here, so I scraped all the loose stuff off first, because you can't, it doesn't really bond good to loose stuff. So you kind of want to scrape everything and make sure you get all your loose whatever might be loose on the face of that to get it off there first, and then start sticking your stone on. I put it on there pretty generously, that thin set. I want to make sure it covers the whole back of it, because it reinforces every individual piece, as well as you get it to stick better. I wedged it up off the bottom about an 1/8 inch right here, because it just worked out. It was one complete piece and one full panel. It worked out just right. I think I had 36 square feet of stone on this, plus your 4 corners, which is the way it works is each piece is 1 square foot. So basically I had 36 flat pieces, and then I had 4 of the pre-made corners. And this is basically what your finished product looks like. I'll leave this wood underneath here until the next day, and then I'll take it out, and then all you got to do is backfill and do whatever you want from there on out. But I think he's going to be doing the complete landscape package next, and that'll be in one of my videos as well. We're going to rework all the grass, planter beds, sprinkler systems, update it all, freshen it up. That'll be the next project. But anyway, this stone the homeowner picked out, and he did picked out a nice stone. It goes well with the house, as you can see from this view. Anyway, that about wraps it up. Thanks for watching my video. If you have any questions or comments, don't hesitate to contact me. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.